inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in.
You're terrible. I'm keeping that, just saying. Hi guys. It's me, Delia. I have some explaining to do. Sorry, I was supposed to have this video done Friday, but shenanigans happened. I had a wedding to go to, I had work, getting all the who's and what's its and blah 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 blahs. So I'm doing the video today. I will be doing the Beetlejuice. If you notice on my Instagram, I did a pretty version of Beetlejuice. So this one will not be so pretty. I have a very beautiful face prosthetic that will go on my face that I will put on later on because I'm going to paint my chest first just because it just saves time. And the chest is very simple, just gonna be some stripes. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I thought I'd show you what this looks like. Very simple, nothing too crazy, nothing like when I did my Nightmare Sully and or when I did my giant mouth Pennywise makeup. That's on my Instagram if you want to go check that out. It'll be in the description bar below with all my shenanigans. Also letting you know, I will be filming another video that will be up on Halloween, which means I have to film it Wednesday, so I gotta get my shiz together. And yeah, also want to, not asking you, but it would be nice if you subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell down below so you know when I upload my usual shenanigans. And yeah, let's get into the video.
Hey guys, so let's get this makeup started. First I'm going to take those nonsense off, it's cold. And now I'm going to take black and white Mehron Paradise paint and start doing the stripes for Beetlejuice from his suit. I wasn't going to do his suit originally to begin, well actually no, opposite. I was going to do his suit originally, but I knew that was going to just take too much time, and now that the sun is starting to set earlier, I have to rearrange the time of when I can do these. So we're just taking the simple iconic stripes of the suit. So as you see, I'm going in with white because white is easier to work with first when it comes down to doing stripes. Because if I did black first and did white over it, the lines won't be as crisp because the white would mix with the black and we would get gray, and I'm not trying to be gray, I'm trying to paint white stripes. So white is one of those type of colors that is a little tricky to work with, so you have to layer it. So I usually go in with 2 layers of white. Now black is a little bit more tricky, especially when it comes down to getting close to the lines. As you see, I end up switching my brush to a smaller, flatter brush to get the line to the crispness that I wanted, because the big flat brush wasn't doing what I needed it to do. So once I go in and get the outline that I want, then I go back in with the big flat brush to fill in the color, because that's just much quicker than using a tiny brush, in my opinion. So I ended up going with even stripes, 3 white, 3 black. Usually I would draw this first and then paint it in, but I took the risk of freehanding it and it worked. So I had to go grab something. I don't know exactly. Oh, never mind. I had to grab my eyeshadow palette because I forgot that. So now I'm going to add shading to the stripes. Now, you know I don't like flat things, so I couldn't just leave it like that. So I'm taking the Morphe X James Charles palette and taking the black eyeshadow, I believe it is called Spooky, and I'm just first doing the pretty much the line where I want the shading to go down, and then picking up a little bit of product and blending it outward towards the middle. So the middle is going to be the focal point and the sides are going to have the shading. Now I'm only going to show you a little bit of this because there's no point in you sitting here and watching me do the same process. So I'm only going to show you what I did for the white stripe and the black stripe. So for the black stripe was a little bit more tricky because it's black. So what I did was take the white Mehron Paradise paint and add a little, and I mean little bit of water, and pretty much did a somewhat dry brush method of to add some depth to it. Now I end up putting a little bit more water in, and as you see in the later picture, it looks a lot better. So, like I said, did the rest of it off camera. Now I'm going into the brows. I usually don't show the brows, but this time I will. So I took a little NYX liquid lipstick in the color Amethyst, and I'm generally drawing in the usual shape of how I do my brows. I don't accentuate anything with my brows. I don't do anything. I'm just filling them in. Maybe adding a little tail. And because it's a liquid lipstick, you gotta set it, especially because I have very oily skin. So I took the Sugarpill pressed eyeshadow in the color Poison Plum and set my brows. Now we're gonna add the prosthetic. So I am going to first outline the general area where I need to paint in my face black, because once the prosthetic goes on, I can't do anything. Now I'm taking Prozaid and a a sponge, a makeup sponge, there you go. And I am adding Prozaid on the inside of the prosthetic and on my face where the prosthetic meets my skin. Now, for those who don't know, Prozaid is a medical grade adhesive where when you put it on, it goes on white, and when it dries, it's clear. Then you can stick it on your face. I was doing a little dance just to kill the time. Now you notice my edges aren't the best because my face cast does not have my full head. It's whatever. So what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of cotton ball and liquid latex to, you know, mesh the end of the prosthetic with my skin so it's better. It's not gonna be perfect by no means, because this is hard to do. One, because I don't have my glasses on, which honestly I could have still kept wearing them at this point. And two, this is kind of in a blind spot. So I usually go in with a palette knife and do this, but because I just did not feel like going to find it, I went in with the good old my fingers. I like doing this method more because then I can manipulate it more with my fingers rather than just constantly keep dipping my palette knife into the liquid latex. And I noticed that this one dries relatively fast. Also, just forewarning, liquid latex has ammonia in it, so don't put this anywhere near your eye. This one specifically does not really burn or make me teary, so I'm okay with having it that close to my eye. But don't do it if it bothers your eyes. Don't put it anywhere near your face. Like, find a different alternative. So I stepped away, and as you see, I have a little stripe on my face. I was just seeing if I can color it in with what I was using. But yeah, I stepped away so it can dry, and now I'm gonna color this in. Now, I started off painting it with my Morphe concealer in white, but I started to notice that I literally have almost near next to nothing, And I literally bought a new one earlier this month. I didn't think I was gonna go through it so quickly. So I just instead decided to paint the prosthetic with the white Mehron Paradise paint. I end up doing this for the rest of my face while off camera because as you're gonna see when I blend out the concealer, you can still see my skin tone. I'm not trying to show any part of my skin tone really. So that just tells you that I don't have much left, which is fine. As you see, painted my face, it looks a lot more opaque. And good thing, now I have yellow teeth and I didn't have to paint them yellow. Woo! So now I'm gonna go in with my eyes. Now this is just gonna be very messy, only because it's supposed to be messy. So I took a liquid lipstick in the color Oh Put On It from NYX, popped that on my lid, set it with the color I think Eggplant in the James Charles palette. The other eye, I wanted it to be green, so I took the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the color Venus Flytrap, popped that on my lid, set it with the green eyeshadow in the James Charles palette. Now I took the shimmery color, like the shimmery green color, which interesting thing is, it's like a tealish green, but when I put it on my lid, it's like an orangey, it's like a, not orange, a goldy, dirty-ish green reflect. I don't know, I can't explain it. And then I put a silver one on the green eye. Instead of smoking out the bottom lash line with the same colors of the eye, I decided to switch them just to be a little extra. Now I'm gonna water my waterline, and now I'm gonna do eyeliner because I was originally going to put falsies on, but you will see later in the video I ended up changing my mind. Contoured the schnoz a little bit, and now I'm gonna contour the forehead with black. And I started to just define the mouth since there's a lot of texture in the mouth, which is what I wanted. Using the black eyeshadow really added some interesting depth to it. Then I took the purple eyeshadow to further that depth, and then I took the same liquid lipstick I used on my eye and used it on my face. Now I wanted to add a little, the iconic moss from the Beetlejuice. Now I just threw this all over the place, no rhyme and reason, blended it out so the edges weren't as harsh, and then set it with a light green eyeshadow, then deepened it a little bit more with the darker green eyeshadow in the palette. And just added some on the teeth just cause to dirty them up a little bit. So now my favorite part, the splatter effect. I took lime green from Mehron Paradise paint, and I took a brush with a bristle end, and I just started doing this all over my face in no rhyme or reason. I was just having fun. I love doing this type of look because it really just makes everything look organic and just brings everything together. Now I'm just adding just random dribbles and drooly bits to it. I was gonna highlight it, but I was like, no. And then this is where I realized I had green on my eyelash, and when I tried to take it off so I could put the lashes on, I was like, wait, no, I can have green eyelashes. So that's exactly what I did. I just coated my lashes with the paint. Now I'm gonna throw on my wig, fluff it up, because you know, we're supposed to be evilly insane. And yeah, there we go. Bye guys.